talking about sorting. Is it recording?
No.
David, I do not know what that is.
Whatever. Okay. So, yeah, sorting. If you remember problem B that like no one could solve, it actually really heavily used sorting. So sorting refers to arranging items in a particular order. And so it's easier for organization, especially with computer science, organization means faster, right? And so there are a variety of methods of sorting. But most of them are n squared, but there's some really cool ones that are n log n. My point is, with these two, n log n algorithms are faster than n squared.
Oh. So aren't you in an orchestra? It's like an orchestra. I don't care. They're like, oh.
So basically, sorting is putting something, organizing your.
Did you hide here?
And however, the best way of sorting, like most people, like as beginners, they'll do like a double loop. But it's really easy because there's like a bunch of free libraries for it. So sit down and pay attention.
So I'm going to take 100.
Right? And so there's some examples like bubble sort.
I am wonder that so
Alright. So there's two main types of sorting in Java. We got arrays.sort and collections.sort.
So I take these
And so defaultly it will sort by ascending order. So if I had like 1, 2, or 1, 5, 2, it will sort to 1, 2, 5.
now, within 11, I'm going to probably 7. But within 11, I'll
I've
find
been speaking up, man.
within
Okay, fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Hey,
6, 7, 11.
you two sit down, Sean.
The answer I'm looking for from 1 to 100
Thomas,
is 99.
so there are two main ways
I
to
give you
sort.
99 checks to buy.
Okay.
I
Anyways, there's arrays.sort and collections.sort. Arrays is for arrays and collections is for array lists. Got it? That's the main difference between the two.
in a row.
It's a dynamic array.
The other one is.
It'll show you an example of it. But yeah.
And there's another one.
I'll talk about it later.
Where
But yeah.
you're looking.
And so,
one to 100,
in order to sort in
we're gonna take
descending
this
order,
one and then
you'll
check
have to
the
do
one next
arrays.sort
and then move
or
it up,
and then collections.order. Or you can just put collections.sort
moves through that
and
sort of stuff.
the array list and then.
But those are 3 kinds of searches.
Yeah, it is also possible to specify a range, so you can sort like indexes 2 through 4. I don't know why there is an example. And then comparators, Mr. Johnson talked about a comparator too for problem B. But basically, it's a way so that you can like specify how you sort it. So in default, it sorts ascending order, but let's say you want to do it where there's like the odd number first and then the even number. Comparators can allow you to do that. But that's a little advanced, but this is just something you should know. So basically, sorting allows it so it's just more organized, right? So we start here with
sorting an array.
52871.
You're gonna go into searches.
Not really. We're just
Okay, good, because that's a question she has, and I'm not supposed to answer her. But I showed her 3 different kinds.
Interesting.
Yeah, hang on.
But yeah, this is an array after sorting. So notice how it's in increasing order. Now you can like specify what ways you can sort, reverse and all that stuff too. Like if you want to sort to odds first, maybe even. And then here's an example in Java. So we have arrays.sort, which only works for arrays. And then and then we have collections.sort for array lists. Notice again, for array lists, we have to use integer instead of int. That's just because you have to use wrapper classes for arrays. Yeah, we can just like look at the example. So we start off with 2, 1, 2, 1, 4, 3, and then by sorting it, we can have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not drawn out here, but yeah. Then here is an example on sorting like specific ranges. So this would go from index 2 to index 4. And if you like, you don't have to memorize these, but you can just search this up and find it. Yeah. And then remember, for array lists, in order to get an index, you don't have to use .get instead of just the. So the main thing about Java arrays.sort is that they use what's called Quickscore, which on average has n log n, which is pretty good. Average case, okay. Average case, it would be n log n. But there are some cases where you can get n squared. which is pretty bad.
interesting choice. But
Which is like, if you see n squared, just think of it as really slow. There are some cases, especially like one example would be reverse order. If it's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you do quicksort, it would result in n squared. So there are two ways to avoid this. You could, I guess. Yeah, you don't have to worry about this
She's
one.
got the
You
plague, so everybody watch out.
you can do merge sort if you know it, but don't worry about this one. This is a little extra. But a common way to avoid this is just to shuffle the array randomly. Just like randomly put your arrays in random places. That way you have like a higher possibility of hitting that average case. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of luck based too. Shuffle? Oh shoot. There's a Java function called like arrays.shuffle or something like that. I think so. Shuffle randomizes every order. So if I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it would come up like 5, 3, 4, 2, 1, something weird like that. But yeah, this is just a way to try to avoid n squared. But in general, I would say maybe avoid arrays.squared.
Arrays?
But
What
okay.
kind of stuff is that?
I know, but like.
I love arrays.
But quicksort's really slow, or like really annoying.
You gotta make your own.
That's, yeah, but usually I would say to go for collections.sort because it's actually, it uses, I think, I don't know if it uses quicksort. I have to check that. But it is, it's always in lookup. So we'll go into the example problem. This is the first time I'm going to be doing an example problem on the board, so hopefully it goes well.
You wanna just leave that, so.
Yeah, I'll just click on the.
Since you're doing that, you wanna just erase this back here and get back here? That way, you leave that up, you can go back and forth.
Dude, it's walkway school Wi-Fi.
I know.
No way.
Okay, I remember the problem. That's a rip. Okay. That's actually kind of crazy. What happened? It's blocked by school Wi-Fi.
Alright.
Maybe I can erase this stuff.
Sure. And you can push that URL behind the thing.
It's not blocked by school Wi-Fi, you're just not connected to it.
No, I am connected to it.
Yeah, I'm literally opening the page, but
Wait.
fine, probably.
Can you get on it? Can you get on missing number?
Let me double check over it.
Dude, I think I'm.
Yeah, it works.
It works?
Yep.
Hey Sean, can we put this back up?
David's a hacker.
We put this back up? I think I will. Well, I did it somehow. Okay. Are you sure? Is it just me with no Wi-Fi?
On the page.
Oh yeah, I'm on Wi-Fi. Wow. Very smart.
Bruh. And here I just thought you were, they were catching on that you were a hacker. I was giving you all the credits, but you know, the street cred's not enough.
So this is missing number. This website's really good. It's called CSES. It's just a bunch of problems. You can see I messed up a lot. This was like a year ago, actually.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
I actually, I messed up a lot in this problem, but it's really easy actually. So you're given numbers between 1 through n. So if n was like 5, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And your task is to find the missing number. So the first number will tell you n, and then they'll give you n minus 1 numbers, and you'll have to find that missing number from 1 through n. So in this example, it gives you 2, 3, 1, 5, and the missing number is 4 because, like, when we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it counts every single number except 4. There's no 4 inside of it. Okay. Does that make sense? Like, does everyone get the problem? But yeah, so okay, so do you guys have any like ideas for solving this problem?
No.
Come on.
You sort it first,
Okay, yeah, sort of.
and then you check for each value. And then if the value is like missing, then you just
I sorted it, it would be 1, 2, 3, 5. And then what about your option?
And just like if statements and then no for the first and then check.
Check what? What do I check?
If statements and check like if check like you for the all the integers, right?
Mhm.
And then you extract the index out of the array every time, and then compare with the corresponding array. And if that becomes you know that's the same.
Oh yeah, so that works, right? So in this case, we'll have to make the index plus 1 because there's no 0. So like in this case, we'll just say it's 0 plus 1, right? And there is one, like this does equal to this, and here it would be 1 plus 1. Same. And then here, since 5 does not equal to 3 plus 1, what would we print out?
You better.
This number is like
Yeah, we would just print out this number.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would work. That's like exactly the next code. Oh shoot, I have to go back up. But yeah, that's kind of the key to missing numbers. So with sorting, it allows you to solve problems in a way that like you can't just do it like in a disorganized way.
Mix it a little faster. You can do it.
So what originally could be like an n squared problem where you check like every single number, you can do it in just a plugin. Right here, it's just like the example of the solution. Oh, it's kind of hard to read, dang. Okay. So what they did was they just took an input. They did a raise.sort here. It's kind of hard to see. And then they did the for loop, and if it doesn't equal to the index, they just print out the answer, which is yeah. Yeah, that's exactly how you do it. And so that'll be it.
What?
I know. I didn't think.
Another feature.
Yeah, we're gonna do contests every time, dude. This time all the problems are about sorting.
You have to literally stop.
Yeah, we're gonna continue with VJudge. But all the problems are gonna be about sorting.